Hello, Gogo. Good morning. Hello, Lisa. Hope you're both doing well. I don't get a chance to talk to anybody now, but I hope you're doing okay out there in this crazy lockdown time, as well as Keanu and Frederica. We got to have endurance because I think we're going to be in lockdown for a while, 7 through 10. Earliest I get students is March 9th. I get my 11th and 12th graders at school. Hey, Julius. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Aaron. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Hello, UCN and Jonathan. Super. While we're gathering, can I ask all of you a question? I graded your homework assignment. Did you get that back? Are you notified right away? And did you get your grades on that? It was on grams to moles and moles to grams. Yes, I saw that. Thank you. Okay, so Julius, so I'm assuming everybody else got it as well. That's cool. I'm going to wait one more minute and then we're going to start up. We're going to start with that very thing in just a moment. Let's see if a couple others join us. I'd like to have more. I'd like to have more than half. Coco says yes as well. Thank you. Okay, good. Emelina is there. Hello, Emelina. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. But not that it was graded. Really, Stephanie? Okay, I thought your grades came back as well for that. Okay, Tully's here. Because I hit return and I thought it returned it to all of you. I'm getting behind. Tully and Yo are both here. Good morning to you both. Give you some points here. Good. Okay, so I'm still looking for a few of you. I need Brooks, Tilly, and Remy. I need Mick, Marino, and Jordan. I need Emil and David Matthew. If any of you are here, I had the same problem as Stephanie. You didn't get it back. Then I wonder what the program does. It says return to students, and I do that. Let me look and see if I did that. Okay, pardon me. I'm going to go to, at the same time you're watching me, I'm going to go briefly to Google Classroom for 8D, and I'm going to go to this assignment and hand it in, and I'm going to look at all those again, and I'm going to see that I gave grades to everybody. I did, and I thought I handed them all back. Let's see if I can do that. all students return. All right, shame on me. I think I did not do that, so you should be getting the grades now for that. So my problem there. Back to the live stream. Okay. Okay, and I got a couple others. Good. Brooks is there. Tilly's having technical difficulties trying to join. Thank you, UCN, and thank you, Brooks. Good to have you there. Okay, let's go ahead and start up. The others will just have to watch the video and take notes, okay? Now it's graded. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so the assignment did not go very well. I had about 3 of you out of all of you got all the points. That's not so many. So I'm going to talk about the same thing for the first half of the hour today. If you got all 12 points, then you'll just have to hang out for a sec. And then I'm going to give a similar assignment to those who got less than 12 points out of 12. For those that got 12 points totally, I'm going to give you an alternate assignment, which you can do instead. Okay? All right, I got a couple more to check in. I got Tilly now, good. And I got Mick and Emil. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Got Mick, got Emil. That's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the problem is. Now, I had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 of you did not do the homework at all, including a couple of you that are there now. That's not so hot. It really wasn't a big assignment, and I gave you several days to do it. The next one I give you, you need to do. Another 0 is not so cool for your grade. Okay, that's a 6. So please do the next assignment. And no, I will not regrade the one you already did or didn't do. A few of you gave me only answers when it clearly said you need to show your work. No, you have to show your work. It's my rules. Sorry, you have to show your work. Other, you can just like ask your friend and write down the answers. Okay, I need to see that you know how to do it. I'm teaching you the technique because we're going to use it in more advanced problems next week. So here we go. How do I need to show my work? How to show work for, and I'm going to change to a color that's working better this morning, to green, 4 grams to moles or mole to gram. Okay, optional is the plan. Well, let's do a problem first. Okay, so example. Moritz, now let's make it Mary. Mary adds 0.024 grams of NaCl to a soup. How many moles is this? No, that doesn't make any sense. That would be too small of an amount of grams. Sorry, let's change the grams to moles. And my question to how many grams is this? So that's similar to ones we did together. Now, optional is the plan. You don't have to do a plan. Optional. But for those of you that are struggling with this, you may want to do it because it'll help you get the right answer. I'm given moles. See, there's the number. And I'm asked for grams. Mole I can abbreviate to MOL. So I'm given moles, I want to go to grams. That's the plan. It doesn't take a lot of time anyway. Now, what you gotta show is the next part, and you gotta do it my way. Some of you did it your way, and it looks bad. The way I'm teaching you is the way that all German, American, and international teachers teach it around the world. So the technique is what I will require, and you have to write it like I do. I know I'm being picky, but I will not give you full credit if you write just a bunch of algebra, just a bunch of math without labels, okay? Okay, all right, settle down, Mr. Weiss. Okay, so work required is as follows. Start with the amount of moles. So 0.024 moles. You must put a label on it. You cannot let it sit there without a label. Sorry, that's chemistry. Times. Okay, we did this last time. Now let me get you involved a little bit. I'm going to go to grams, so how do I do that? What label goes where in the little fraction? I got moles. What label goes where in the fraction if I want to get to grams? What label goes where? Goes on the bottom, goes on the top. Waiting for your answer. Hello, 8D. Thank you. Brooks is there. Grams is on top, he says. I agree. Therefore, let's see if someone else has the other part. Emelina also says grams is on top. She's right. And therefore, everybody's got grams on top. And Emelina moles on the bottom. Thank you, Emelina. All right, then. What everybody did pretty well is they looked up. Oh, now the answers are coming. Sometimes there's a lag time. So don't be mad if I didn't mention you right away, okay? But Yo and Tully and Constantine, you guys got it too. Thank you. Good. And Stephanie mentions that it's 1 mole. So what a lot of you did nicely is you looked up the correct molar mass. For example, for NaCl, the molar mass is 23.0 grams and 35.5 grams, because I know that one. You can look it up on the periodic table, of course. So it's 58.5 grams. And so Stephanie's right. I got to put the number of moles. It's always 1. And the grams I put on top. 58.5 grams. All right, you see this fraction thingy? You have to do that. I don't want it like this with like a dash or something. I want it as a horizontal line with something on the bottom and something on the top. All right? Yes, I'm picky. You'll see why when we get to more complicated ones. You can't have just times this divided by 1. No, I need it like exactly this. Okay? And then let's do that. So can I have you multiply and type in, please, what'd you get for an answer? And let's try and round it a little bit. Okay, so please give me your answer mathematically for this one, and let's see if we agree on it. And I got a person I don't know, SCEGEX. So tell me who you are so I can check you in. Because I'm still missing Remy, I'm missing Marino, I'm missing Jordan, I'm missing David and Matthew. If you are any of those people, let me know. It's David. Okay, you gotta say hi, David. All right, thank you, David. About time. Now you're here. Now you're checked in and get the points. All right, okie dokie. Let's go back. So what we get, folks? please punch it in. Ba times ba, what do we get? And then try and round it a little bit. Good, I got one answer, 1.404. Let's round that a little bit. Notice I got two numbers here. So we're gonna round it to two numbers. I like that, thank you. Thank you, Tilly. So I would say it's gonna be 1.4 grams if we round it a bit. And just as a way, I'll teach you rounding if I have you in 10th grade, but more or less, if it's got two numbers, wherever they are, two numbers. I don't care about where the point is really. So 1.4 is nicely rounded with grams at the end. This, my people, is what I want to see. You have to have this on your paper. You can do it by hand, or if you want to dink around with typing it, you may, but I have to have a fraction somehow. So if you want to type that, fine, but you don't have to. You can do it by hand and then take a picture of it and upload it. That would be just fine. But this, my people, is essential. So put a big box around that. For the next assignment, you're going to write, do this way. All right? Or if it's obviously, if it's grams to moles instead of moles to grams, then I start with the other way, right? I start with grams and then I got moles and grams. You know that though, right? If it's the opposite, then I got to do it a little different. But this is the method, okay? So please do this way because I want the rest of you to get 12 out of 12 this time. And how many got 12 out of 12? 5 of you. So for you 5 that got 12 out of 12, I'm going to give you an alternate assignment. It'll be a little more challenging. We'll see if you can do it. How did I get the 0.024 moles? Thank you, Emily. And a good question. You see that part? The 0.024 moles? I pulled that out of my head, Emelina. I made it up on the spot. You don't have to do that. That's just me making up a question because I knew that that would give us a reasonable amount of grams. That's like about that much salt, right? 1.4 grams is not that much. Just because I've done this, Emelina, so many years. So I'll make up the problems. You don't have to worry about that. But thank you for asking. Yeah. Okay, good. It's in the question, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Do we understand, especially if you didn't do this correctly, how to do it now? Please ask me a question now because many of you, it did not go very well. And it's essential because we're going to use it next week. Yes, we're okay now? Okay. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to race if I get a bunch of yeses. Yes, that's enough yeses. Thank you, Brooks. Okay. Okay, so here we go. All right, something new. A big deal in chemistry is using chemical reactions. And we're going to start doing that now here in grade 8. So using chemical reactions, and I can abbreviate that rxn. Can I do from grams to moles? Ah, okay. Do we want to see one the other way? Okay, Coco, I can do one from grams to moles. Okay, let's do a quick one over at the side. Okay, so suggestion from Coco, we'll do 1 grams to moles. All right, I'll just say, let's do a quick one. How about 100 grams of N2 gas is how many moles? So a quick one going the other way because I had that that suggestion is how many moles? Question mark. Ah, I'm running out of board. Moles. Okay, the plan's pretty easy, right? I'm going to go grams to moles. But that's optional. Okay, so Coco, start with your 100 grams, and we're going to label it N2 times, I got one little arrow, so I'm going to go one little fraction thingy. And same question as last time to everybody. My people, if I'm going grams to moles and I'm starting with 100 grams, what label goes on top? What goes on the bottom? What goes on top? What goes on the bottom? I know there's a lag, so it takes me a while to see you. Thank you, Tully, Lisa, Brooks, thank you. Okay, so grams is this time on the bottom, and I got moles on top. The thing you're trying to get to, Coco, you put on top. Okay, and when I look up the molar mass, it's always 1 mole. But we're going to look up N2. Well, N is 14.0, so let's just double that sucker. So the molar mass of N2 would be what on the bottom? How many grams of N2 on the bottom? Thank you. Emelina, you got it as well. And Julius and Tully. Thanks for participating. Stephanie and Tilly also. Good. So, pardon me. How many moles do I got? How many grams do I got of N2? It's grams per mole. Check out your periodic table. Look up the molar mass of nitrogen, and it's N2. Yes, I know there's a lag time, so punch it in when you get it, my people, and then I'll know you're following. Yain, Stephanie says 14, but that's for 1 nitrogen. This is N2. No, David, it wouldn't be 15. No, everybody look. It's 14.007. So we're going to round that to 14.0, but that's for 1 N. Psst, it's N2. Ah, there I got some correct answers. So it's Lisa, Stephanie, Tilly, UCN. It's 28. Julius, you got to double it. So it's 28.0. Okay, now divide, please. 100 divided by 28 will be how many moles? And you can round a little bit too. Thanks, everybody's got it now. Good, divide, please. 100 divided by 28 is what? Grab your little calculator or find a calculator on the internet real quick if you got a laptop. 100 divided by 28, and then round it some, okay? By the way, the next couple of classes, please bring a calculator along with your periodic table, okay? Like all next week, you'll need it. Good, I got some are not rounded, some are not. Good, okay, so 5.45, so 5.5555, no, it'd just be, no, I'm getting really different answers. Okay, it's looking like 3.6. 3.6 moles, yeah? Okay. So, I hope that helps. So that's the way to do it if it's grams to moles. I'll leave that there. And we're going to do something new now, okay? I'm going to come back over to here. Is that okay, Coco and others? That's okay. All right, that's fine, Coco. All right, but you got everybody how to do it now. Okay, so do better on the next assignment. I'd like to have 100% 12 out of 12, okay? All right, and the folks that already got 12 out of 12, I'll have you do something different so you don't get bored. Don't want you to get bored. Utes, here we go, using chemical reactions. An example, let's do this. We know this one already, don't we? H2 gas plus O2 gas forms water, H2O. Maybe that's also gas, it doesn't matter. And we balance this. Now, we'll talk about balancing a little bit, but you might remember we said, hey, I can balance this by putting a 2 here and a 2 here. We'll talk more about balancing in a moment. But for now, what I need you to know is I can say that this means two molecules of H2 plus one molecule of, okay, whatever, of O2 makes 2 molecules. I know you know that. The reason I'm writing that is I want you to also know that equations are mainly written in moles. So if I was a chemist or using chemicals, I want moles. I can't go pick out a molecule. That's not very helpful. But I can measure moles because they weigh more. So what this really means in chemical language is I got 2 moles of H2 plus 1 mole of O2 makes 2 moles of water. And I could like figure out how much that weighs in grams and stuff, but equations are written in moles. That's what I need you to know. All right, so hey, reactions, rxn for short, are written in moles. That's why we got to learn about them. Moles are molecules, but mainly we're talking about moles. What does it say in red? It says 2H2 gas plus O2 gas forms 2H2O gas. And then I wrote over here, hey, reactions are written in moles. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Yeah? All right. Now, turns out these reactions, they got to be balanced, and we're going to learn how to do that today. I won't give you an assignment because we won't be able to finish today, but I'll give you an assignment balancing reactions next week. Okay, so I'm going to erase some of this. I'm going to erase all of it. I hope you got it. So here we go. How to balance reactions. One, you have to have the same number of each type of atom on each side. We'll see what that means. You must have the same number of each type of atom on each side. And that's actually a law in chemistry. It's not a real exciting law, but it's called the law of conservation of atoms. Okay, number 2 in how to balance reactions is Add numbers in front, which are called coefficients, to get the same number of atoms on each side. So I'm going to write that as add numbers in front called coefficients. It's the same word in math class, by the way, to get same number of atoms. And then 3 is Mr. Weiss's rule. Ready? Psst. Do the Brinkelhoff last. Remember what the Brinkelhoffs were? They were elements. When they are elements, they come in twos. Brinkelhoff. Remember, they all came in twos if they're elements. Br2, I2, N2, Cl2, H2, O2, F2. Okay, we ready to try one? You betcha. Okay, let's do one. So I'm going to raise up above and we'll do a little example. And away we go. Example. Let's do it in green. H2 plus I2 forms or makes or yields, whatever you want to say, HI, which is also a gas. Okay, let's look. What is the problem? All right. I got 2 H's. Over here, I got 1. I got 2 I's. Remember, the 2 applies to the letter before it. 2 I's. Here I got 1. It is not balanced. Who can tell me how to balance it? Type in. Where do I put a number in front, a coefficient, to help balance it? Help me. Who can help me balance it? What do I do to balance this reaction? And like I said, I know it takes a while for me to see your responses. How do I balance it? Got somebody unsure? Let's help out here. What can I put where to balance this sucker? So it's got the same number of each type of atom on each side. Still waiting. H2 plus I2 forms HI. It's not balanced. What can I do? I need a number. Help me to tell me where to put a number in front of which chemical and what does that number do? Yeah, Coco, I need to add an H, but how? I can put a number like a multiplier. And what number can I put where? Ah, okay. Brooks has an idea, but it's not complete. He says put a 2 in front of the H. But which H? I need to know which chemical. Yes, a 2 where? Ah, UCN has it. UCN says 2HI. Let's see why that works. You ready? If I put a 2 here, it goes all the way through. So that means I got 2 H's here. And if I have H2, I have 2 H's here also. But I only got one eye. No, I've got two eyes over here. Look at this. The 2, when I put it in front, it goes all the way through like a math class problem. So I got 2 eyes, and over here I've got 2 eyes also. Check! We're already done. The equation is balanced. Yes, okay. Yes, good. Some of you had that. Okay. And Brooks, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, so several of you got that. Now that's a pretty easy one, isn't it? Because I only got what? I only got, you know what I mean? I got one number I had to add. But it's now balanced, right? It's got the same number of H's, 2 and 2, same number of I's, 2 and 2, done. So I didn't even have to use all my rules, but you will in the next one. Let's do another. Okay, let me write something. I want to pick a good example, but I don't want to make it too complicated, so I got to think about it for a second. All right, C3H8, P3CM2 plus 4H2O, 4 plus, yeah, that'll work. Okay. I'm going to say it in words first here too. You ready? Okay. Brooks, I got to delete you if you keep doing that. So I'm happy you're happy, but you can't put in nonsense because everybody can see it. And if I mute you, then you can't say anything the rest of the hour. Okay? Comprendo? Do we understand? Fini. Done. Okay, so propane burns in air to form water and carbon dioxide gases. I'm sorry, my blue's not so bright today. I'm going to change to my other colors. Let me read that off, okay? I know it's a little hard to see. It says propane burns in air to form water and carbon dioxide gases. Now, you don't know what propane is, so I'm going to help you there. Propane is this stuff. It's a gas. It's C3H8 with a G for gas. But the rest of it, you know, okay? If it burns in air, what have we learned? What does that mean? What is in air that's very, very reactive? What is getting pulled out of the air to react with something? It's been a couple weeks, but let's see if you can remember. What is in air that's very reactive? Can I read the problem again? Yes, here we go. I'm going to also move it closer. So I got propane burns in air to form water and carbon dioxide gases. I'm going to stop using blue because it's not very good today. There, I'll fill it up later. Thank you for asking. And I got a lot of people saying hydrogen, and the short answer is no. There's no hydrogen gas in the air. Hydrogen gas is pretty explosive. It's not found in air. What is found in air? Hint, rust. Rust. How do I get rust? What is it in the air that reacts to make rust? Ah, Coco had it. Sorry, I missed that, Coco. O2. O2 gas. That's what's in the air that's very reactive. It makes stuff rust. It makes iron, different chemicals oxidize. Okay, so oxygen is very, it's very. Okay, good. And then makes, okay, give me a couple formulas, could you? What's the formula for water? And what's the formula for carbon dioxide? Yeah, so Jonathan, write it now in symbols. I don't care if the two's not down below. So water is what? Carbon dioxide is what? Try and type it, everybody. Thank you, Brooks. Good. So he's got H2O, that's water. And I'm going to put a G for gas. Let's say it's like steam. And then I need CO2 from somebody as well. There it is from Lisa. And let's see if some others got this. Jonathan had water. Stephanie has both. Tully has both. And from Coco, Brooks, Jonathan, and Tilly, I got both. And nice. Thank you, everybody. So CO2. I'm glad you know that. How can I tell it's not balanced now? How can I tell it's not balanced now? What's the problem? Or what's a problem? It's not balanced because why? Could you fill in that blank? What is not balanced right now? Why do I have to fix this? So type in, what's a problem that you see right now that tells you that it's not the same on this side as this side? What's the problem right now? Remember, we need the same number of each element's atoms on each side. I could say that better. For every element, I need the same number of atoms on each side. So what's the problem? Okay, let me see what people say. Propane has a 3 and an 8. But that's two different elements. That's okay. That's not a problem, Stephanie. Need more carbon. Why, Jonathan? And on which side, Jonathan? Need more carbon. Aaron, where? Give me the detail a little bit more. Type a little bit more. I need more carbon. Where? On which side? Products? Reactants? Use some chemistry language. I need more, or I could say what it's in. I need more carbon where? In front of what element? Let's remind ourselves, these are the products, and these over here are the reactants. So I agree, the C's are not looking good. Okay, on the right side, on the products, we need a 3 after C. Okay, we need more C's over here. That's one problem. Good. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, let's on the products, more carbon on the product side. Yes, that's a good way to say it, Brooks. Okay, David, more carbon by the note. I can't read that. Okay. Check out the hydrogens. I got 8 of them. I got 2 of them. That's a problem. Now let's see what everybody's saying about the C's. I got 3 of them. I got 1 of them. See that 2? That tells me I got 2 O's, but I only got 1 C. No one puts a 1 down here, but that's what that really means. So I got 3 C's. I got 1 C. What number can I put in front of the CO2 to balance the C's? Don't worry about the O's. What can I put here in front of CO2, a coefficient to balance the C's? See if you have a guess as to what to put. I'm allowed to change the formula. So I have to have a certain number of CO2s. Add 2 C's to the product. It's more like a multiplier, Brooks. So I can't say plus 2 C's. I need a number right here in front of CO2. Let me move my plus sign over a little bit. Oh, that now it looks like a times plus. How many CO2s do I need? Ah, okay, one person has it. It wouldn't be 2, Brooks, because that's not enough. I need 3. So here's what we say. We got 3 C's on this side. It's like a multiplier, everybody. I need 3 C's over here. So I got now 3 C's and 3 C's. Okay, let me pause and make sure. Thank you, UCN, Stephanie, and Coco. Let me sure we understand why that works. It's like multiplying. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. So I got 3 and 3. Let's see if you're understanding. We're going to worry about the O's later because the O's involve a Brinkelhoff, and do the Brinkelhoff last. So let's do the H's now. Check this out. 8 H's. 2 H's. What number can I put in front of the water to balance the H's? What number can I put to balance the H's? H, 2. What number could go right here in front of the water? I need more. Now, Stephanie, it's not 6 because I'm not adding. It's multiplying. Think of like multiplying. So I got 8. How can I get 8 here? What could I put here? It's H2. I could put in, Yo has it. Thank you. So does Tilly. 4. Now I got 4 times 2 is 8 H's. 8 H's. The H's are balanced. Okay, I know I'm keeping you late, but I'm going to keep you 1 more minute because we got to finish the sucker. We got to finish the O's. Look at this. I got 2 O's here. Over here, I got how many? I got 4 times 1. I got 4 O's. I'm going to write it because it's confusing. Here I got, oh, this is O2. I got 6 O's. It's like a multiplier. So I need altogether, how many O's do I need, folks? I need 10 O's. 10 oxygens. See how that works? 4 of these, the 4 goes all the way through, plus 3 times 2, 6 O's here. And notice I ignore the H's and C's now. 6 plus 4, I need 10 O's. What could I put in front of O2 to get 10 O's on this side? So I got 10 O's altogether here. How can I get 10 O's out of O2? What number could I multiply to get? Now, 8 would be adding. Careful, Brooks. I'm not adding. I got to multiply. Thank you. Yo has it. UCN has it. I got to put a 5 here. And I'm going to move my little plus over. Okay. Sorry. There. So, octone, 5 times 2 is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. O's are balanced. C's are balanced. H's are balanced. O's are balanced. That's everybody. We got a balanced reaction. Check. We're going to do more of that next time. Thank you for spending an extra 3 minutes with me. Sorry to keep you a little longer. I'll wait here to see if questions arise, questions from you right now, but I'll say we're pretty much also done. Okay. You never see my comments, although I type them in very early. Yes, I do, Lisa. Yes, I do. And you're doing great. You had a 5 there as well. So pardon me. I try to call on as many people as I can, but I'll try and call on you more. Thank you. Okay. Everybody okay? So ist das Leben. Okay. All right, then. Stay healthy. We'll see you next week. I'm going to send you that assignment later today. Bye-bye.